Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to Hot Ones. It's the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. And in this series of Discovery, we are looking at several practices that Jesus put into everyday life to find out why they should be important in our lives as well. And today, we are welcome to the show one of the new lead team members, Nelle. Welcome.
Hello. How are you? How are you doing?
How do you do, before we start, how are you with spicy foods?
You know, I am a Parmesan garlic wing lover, so this should be interesting. I don't mind spicy, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes.
Right.
I'm up for a challenge. So.
Well, let's start with wing number one on your right.
Okay. A little bit of a kick.
So,
Right.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, how you became a follower of Jesus.
Okay, well, I am now, as of the moment of this playing, Nelle Stahora Powers.
Congratulations
Thank you.
And to John, congratulations.
I am originally from Butler, grew up in Butler, have spent the last 11, 12 years in the Coriopolis area, did a little stint in New York City. I work at Robert Morris University as the Title IX coordinator, and I investigate equity issues and sexual assault and things of that nature. So I grew up in a Methodist church, and I would say I was a follower of Jesus my entire life, but when I was young, it was very performative. It felt like church was what you did, and if I looked and acted like a good Christian, then I was going to heaven. And when I was in college, I decided I wanted to figure out what being a follower of Jesus really meant to me and have my own personal faith. And so I kind of recommitted myself to God, and I was rebaptized when I was 22, and it's been a journey since then.
All right, let's jump into wing two.
Okay.
Again, from your right.
This one.
I think this one has some tropical flair to it.
Ooh. Oh, it's a bit light.
It won't hurt you on this wing. Later it might get you. So tell us about how it is that Discovery came to be home and what it means to you about as one of the spiritual leaders, an appointed spiritual leader of Discovery.
So I found Discovery about 12 years ago when I moved back to Pittsburgh, and kind of instantly when I walked through the doors felt like it was where God wanted me to be. I just love the authenticity of this place. I love that people are like okay with their brokenness and owning that like Jesus covers that all. And I'm obviously very humbled to be a part of this lead team. I feel like it's kind of a testament to what we say we believe in Jesus, that we're all a bunch of broken people that are trying to point each other to Jesus. And I'm really grateful to be in this role.
All right, let's jump into wing three. Oh, good.
Thanks. It's tingling, just so you know.
It'll do that.
I put on some chapstick, but
That was a wise move. That's a veteran move without even knowing.
yeah, well. Oh, that is good. Ooh, and spicy. Okay, all right, we're doing good.
So the irony is that we are having a bunch of spicy wings while the subject we're going to talk about today is fasting. How do we reconcile that? How is it that you make fasting a part of your exercise and your faith?
Well, we abstain from spicy wings for one.
Failed.
So I'd actually say that until very recently, it wasn't a part of my regular practice, and I would thank my now husband John for this. He actually has grown up in an Orthodox Christian Orthodox faith background, which is obviously a lot more regimented than we are used to at Discovery and any faith practice that I've grown up with. And the thing is, I for a long time and before getting to know him, really thought that, and before I ever went to an Orthodox church, really believed that it was all about, rules and checking boxes. And fasting is a regular practice for them. And what I've realized is that fasting has very little to do with following rules and a lot to do with putting myself in a posture of listening to God and of reverence and of expectance of what God is going to do. And, in preparing for our marriage, it's something that we have started to practice. And it's really, I've been shocked at how much someone who, is a good Christian who has been in the church all my life, has found this new way to connect with God, where I feel like God is revealing things to me that it's very clear it's from fasting.
Are you ready for wing 4?
I'm good. We're good. This is good.
Still beginning.
Oh, okay. What? Oh, taste it in there.
This is Asian. I think the flavor will kick in a little bit slowly.
Good.
So Nelle, why do you think that fasting, which is a practice that Jesus clearly did, is something that Christians often neglect?
Well, like I said earlier, I think I almost thought I was above doing the rules that you have to do to follow God. And so I think that there's some of that comes into play. I also think we're just so used to getting what we want in life, and we have all of these pleasures. We have literally hundreds of hot sauce choices to pick from, and we're just distracted. And so it removes us from wanting to take that time to listen to God.
Okay, are you ready for wing 5?
Yep. Okay, this one. I can do this. It has some sort of substance on the
There's a
outside.
turmeric spice in this one.
Yeah. Oh,
Very good.
turmeric. Okay. We're so good. We're good.
So I understand that the lead team and staff have been putting aside time on Mondays to fast. What have you seen that bring in your life over the course of that time?
Yeah, so like I said, fasting has recently become something that I'm becoming more accustomed to. And more so than just that Monday morning fast, I actually recently felt God was calling me to do a 24-hour fast. And I expected that God would give me, time to pray and that I might hear from him in some certain ways. But I have been really surprised at kind of the fruit of that coming out of that time. I feel like God revealed to me a big stronghold that's been holding me back about something that I didn't realize. And I actually had an experience where, leading up to that fast, very long story short, was experiencing something that made me feel really unsafe with my home. And the moment that I finished that fast, I prayed to end the fast and was gonna eat my first meal, I got a phone call that completely resolved the thing that I had been really unsafe about and really scared about. And it was just amazing to me that God literally delivered me out of obedience.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, Nelle.
Is it cheating to drink the milk?
Not whatsoever. You can
Okay,
drink as
good.
much milk as you would like. You can pour it on your head.
I haven't seen you drink it.
Not yet. All right, so with the 6 wings that we had time to do, we didn't make it all the way through 10 like they do in the show, but the 10th sauce is called the last dab. And it's called that because it's tradition on the show to put a little extra on the last wing. You don't have to if you don't want to.
I'm gonna.
All right. Doesn't
Not
take much.
cheating. Oh.
That took much.
All right. Oh. Okay.
All right, Nelle. Cheers.
It's nice. It's really nice.
So why do you think it is important for the rest of us in Discovery to implement fasting within our lives?
Well, I'm having a lot of trouble focusing right now. This is really hot. Hold on. Oh, it hurts. I think that it's really important to make space to listen to God. I went into my fasting experience and this time being expectant of what God was going to do, but being totally open to whatever He might lead me to. And I just think we miss out on those opportunities when we're not taking steps of obedience. So.
Good. Well, Nelle, you made it through 6
It
in
hurts.
just enough time. Well, congratulations for conquering the wings of doubt. Thank you very much for being a part of the lead team and for joining us today.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.